Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading, Capricorn. Let us see what your reading is about. Oof, it's a little cold and my hands are a little stiff. So let's see what's at the center of your reading, Capricorn. We have the Lovers, which is crossed by the Two of Swords. There is some decision you're unable to make, a Capricorn. It's like because you don't want to look too deep into your emotions. It kind of unsettles you, it causes a little confusion. Maybe you don't want to admit something about, be it a relationship or be it, something, you want to do, something you want to start, a road you want to walk, but you don't want to, take a decision on it right now. Okay. And I primarily feel that it is about not wanting to look into this entire option what you have. You don't want to admit a lot of things about it to yourself. You want to delay it a little, or you're sitting on the fence for some reason. I think it's just that it brings up too much for you, and you're not ready to look into all of that for now. Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. You have been, I would say you've been, at it for a pretty long time. Okay, you've done whatever you think, you could have done, and you kind of let it be, Capricorn. So, you feel that though you have, put in a lot of effort trying to figure this out, but you've not reached a conclusion. Or some of you could have just got the guidance to let it be for now. But whatever it is, there is nothing concrete as of now which you would like to proceed with. You've done your bit, but you're not able to see at the physical level, right? You've done whatever you could, but now it is all about your heart. You don't want to look at how it makes you feel, your emotional response to whatever you want to choose. That is something you're not very certain about. The Knight of Wands and Awakening. However, I do feel that you would want to take a risk with proceeding with this, even though you feel you don't feel very convinced, but at some level you do know that you would want to do this. Why you want to do it, why you don't want to do it, all of that aside, you feel that I must take the first step to get some kind of a response from whatever you want to do. And I think that is going to be that awakening where it is going to clear up things for you. The Knight of Wands is somebody who just is driven by passion, that I just have a strong calling for this. I must at least go and attempt something before I decide whether I want to do it or not want to do it. That is the energy in you, Capricorn, and I think once you do that, then you will have all the realization with respect to this. Okay. So what's your personal energy? This is a cycle, which you have been repeating. There is something, which has a tendency of just going the way it has always moved, right? Maybe you're again back to that same wheel, back to that same position where you feel that every time you need to start something, you're quite keen on doing it, but you, as far as your feelings towards doing what you're doing, that is always under a question mark. You never really delve into it. That's always been your pattern, Capricorn, that you don't want to explore how you feel. You'd rather take the first few steps, because if you feel very passionate about it, just let me start and then I will realize whether I want to do it or not want to do it. But you don't want to spend too much time just like sitting and figuring out that this is how I feel, this is how it is, etc., etc. See, this is the Devil card. Okay, here it is called the ego, and it's being like broken free. This person has been broken free. So here you do feel that whatever is holding you back, whatever your hesitation is, whatever it is that prevents you from doing this, the moment you take your first few steps, you feel that you will be free of whatever is preventing you from doing this, because you are going to get your realization when you take the first few steps. Then you'll be free of this indecision, whether you should do it or you should not do it, whether you should proceed with it or not proceed with it. Taking the first few steps is going to break these chains which are holding you back. Then you'll know for sure whether you need to quit this or you need to proceed with this. You feel that there is something about this which has you know um, mm, that somewhere down, Capricorn, you do know that this is something which is going to bring you success. This is something which is very fruitful. This is something which is going to give you a lot, right? But you have your own hesitations for whatever reason, and see, you have the outcome, the Six of Swords. So you will definitely be in a position to move forward with respect to this. This is a card of movement, this is a card of movement. So you will know how to proceed once you take those first few steps. It'll just be on the spur of the moment when that realization will come that, all right, just let me do this. Or if you're a little confused about what you want to do, you will get that on the spur of the moment realization that, let me start with this. The moment you do it, there will be a flow of events, activities, that energy will get unleashed, and then you will know whether you're doing the right thing or whether this is something you should stop immediately. Okay, so let me get a little guidance from the oracle for you, Capricorn. Growth. See, your first card here is all about growth. This is something you need to let go of something, and you need to this is something which is going to help you grow. It has the potential for growth. Okay, so that's like really good. Then you have trickery. It's like I feel don't fool yourself, Capricorn. Keep your faith. I think your mind could be just playing a little game with you, or you are just getting tricking yourself into believing things. All right, it's quite possible. See, you have with the Two of Swords over here, it's you're not coming clean, you're not being very honest with yourself, right? There could be something you're telling yourself which is not really in the best of interest, but deep down you have that faith that it is all going to work out. There are some things which you feel you're avoiding. So and that probably, like I said, you probably could be just fooling yourself a little bit, whereas all along you do know that this is something you want to do. You have a lot of faith in it. You know that this is something you are going to do, but the indecision is only because of this, those doubts coming in, that will it really work out, things like that. But you have an inner knowing, inner faith that it is going to work out. And the other cards are also showing us the same thing. So it is going to pan out nicely. It has a lot of potential for growth. Keep your faith. Don't get tricked by illusions, by doubts, by your own mind telling you something else, whereas your faith in this is very, very strong, Capricorn. Okay, so just follow through with whatever inspires you, and the rest will become clear in due course of time. With that, I'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching.